What's going on? It's Tony from LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com. Super excited to be with you guys tonight. Before we get started, I got my hoodie here. Before we get started, if I just want to do a quick lighting check, audio check, visual check. Let me know, type in the chat box really quickly if you hear me okay, if the video is coming through okay, and if we are good. Type in the chat if you are on your desktop. On the right side there's going to be a little chat where you could see the chat. I just want to make sure the audio is good. So if you guys give me some quick feedback. Hey, Tony, David, yuppers. Okay, great. Sounds great. Excellent. Thank you for the feedback. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Okay. Awesome. So for everybody getting on right now, I want to say Merry Christmas. It's almost Christmas. What's up, Butch from Flower Mound? I hear ya. So quickly, when everybody getting on can quickly say where you're from in the world, just type in quickly where you're from and how many live streams you've been on so far. And also, if you could give me a quick thumbs up, that would be amazing. Really thank you for that. And then I'm going to show you some quick tips on setting up a spray gun, and we'll do some live Q&A. So hopefully you guys like that. So we got everybody saying the audio is good. Paul, VIP member from Indiana. We got another VIP member in the house. Where are ya? Butch, welcome, VIP. That's the car you painted green, or the BMW. That's the BMW in back of me. The green one's right there. Hello, Tony from Clewiston, Florida, Virginia. First time live. Awesome. Merry Christmas. Wishes to your family. Georgia, 65. 10 live chats. Awesome. Thomasville, Georgia. Philly, my first one. Torrey, Texas. This is my first. Mississippi. Awesome. Thank you guys for getting on. Eric, VIP member at LearnAutoBodyAndPaint.com. Welcome to the show. Maya wants to quickly say hi.
Hi.
Look how cute she is in her little jacket. Frozen.
Japanese one.
Frozen with her little turtle that she loves and sleeps with every night. VIP, Steven Garza. What's going on, brother? Okay, great. So, let's get started. Now, there are two kinds of spray guns. You got the old school, which looks like this, all right? And this is called a siphon feed spray gun, where you basically put the paint in the cup over here, okay? And it siphons up in here, and it goes through, and then your spray comes out. This is an old school Binks. My dad, used to spray with this 25, 30 years ago. And sometimes I use it. I don't use it much anymore, but sometimes I use it. It's good for spraying heavy duty primers. And if it's mostly good for spraying when you're going like this, not like this. Because once you go like this, it's hard to catch the fluid. If you're spraying a hood, just imagine if you're spraying a hood like this, right? And you got your inlet for your paint here. I'm going to open that up and show you for a second. Okay. Sometimes you miss the paint, and it is bent, okay, to catch. So if you're on an angle like this, right, it tries to catch it, but it's still, even if you have a quarter, it's quarter full with paint, it still starts spitting out when you're spraying a hood like this, like, so it's really not great. Okay, so that's the first style of gun. All right, old school. They still sell them, and some people still use them. All right. What's up, New Jersey in the house? Tony, you're a great dad. Thank you so much. And here we have a small little air regulator, and you're gonna notice that it doesn't have a gauge on it. Okay, like this one here. I had another one. Do you see another gauge laying around? No, I don't have. This is just a air filter. But anyway, a lot of pros painting, they can tell how much pressure is coming out by hearing it, number one, and also by checking the spray pattern, see how it's spraying out. You can see the speed and how it's spraying out, too dry or too you know, not enough pressure or too much pressure. You can basically tell. So some of the old school guys, you basically just see how it's spraying, you adjust it here, and you go for broke, right? But you can, if you want to, you could take this off, right? Absolutely. And you could put a regular regulator on with your gauge so you can see how much air pressure. And I think it's a little bit more important when you're spraying your base coat and your clear coat to use your gauge than primer, okay? Yeah, it's basically an air pressure regulator. So this is what it looks like. Some of the new guns, if you're spending a lot, $800-900 the SATAs, they basically got the digital gauge in the gun, in the handle. Like one of my older SATA RPs, you can see the digital gauge built in right into the handle here, which is nice because it eliminates it. All you got to do is put a water filter and then your nozzle. This is a water filter right here. Okay. So there's different types of water filters here. You just push the button, the water will come right out. And this is pretty cool. It lasts a long time. Okay, or you can get the cheap $4 water filters, which I use because they're light. You throw them out, you get a new one, no problem, right? All right, so this second style of gun, which I'm holding in my hand here, is called a gravity style spray gun. Gravity, right? Because your paint is sitting up top, and then the gravity, right? With the gravity, it pulls down into your spray gun, and then you got your air coming in, which feeds and sprays your material out. Okay, this is a gravity, and this is a siphon. So if you know the difference now, gravity, siphon. No, I made a mistake. Gravity on this side. I'm losing my mind. All right, you know what I'm talking about. So to set up a brand new spray gun, let's say you have a brand new spray gun like this. All right, you're gonna want some plumber's tape, okay? And I'm gonna quickly set the bottom up really quickly, and we're gonna probably run some air through this. Maybe I'll throw a little lacquer thinner in it just to give you a quick demo. All right. So basically, if you see this needle here, okay, that's adjusts your fluid flow right over here. And this is for your fan, okay, for your fan. This is called a fluid tip, fluid cap, okay, fluid tip cap. And this is basically your needle comes through here, okay, and your fluid tip, your fluid tip cap. All right, so you could basically do this, and you got a little spring in here, and you could pull the needle right out when you want to clean it. Okay, all guns are set up like this. Some of them look a little bit different. Like if you look, if you look at the 980 here, you could see it also has a little tightener here. Okay, so if you want to screw it in to get less material, you can just tighten this right there, and then it just locks it in place. And then on this side, you got your fan. Okay, this is for your fan, wide open and narrow. Okay, so thank you guys. Are you guys enjoying this so far? If you're enjoying the video, please give me a thumbs up, hit in the comment box, let me know. We're gonna finish setting up this high volume, low pressure spray gun right here. All right, I'm gonna put the cap back on. This is a 1.2 tip. I usually like to use a 1.3 to a 1.4 tip when spraying basic base coat, clear coat. All right, a 1.2 is a little small for laying down heavy paints. It's more for 1.2. I would say it would be more for woodwork people. Okay, but if you're doing cars, you're spraying cars, regular base coat, clear coat paint, you want to use, my favorite is a 1.4 tip. Okay, I get 1.4 across all of my spray guns for basic base coat, clear coat painting, waterborne paints, whatever. Single stage acrylic enamel, synthetic enamel, any type of car paint, 1.4 is where you want to be. Some people like the 1.3, whatever, okay? Whatever floats your boat. So we're just going to put this on quickly right here. All right, so you always want to make sure that this is on horizontally, okay, just like that, because your fan is going to come out like this. If you set it up this way, your fan's going to come out this way. It's going to spray this way. It's kind of weird to paint like that, but some woodworkers set it up like this, set it up like this. So if they have a piece of wood or something, you know, a log, a log like this, imagine they could just go, psh, 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 psh. It's easier for them. But usually, I mean, 99%, 95% of the time you're spraying a car, you want it set up like that, okay? Because you want your fan coming this way, so, you know, you're doing your spraying like this, okay? What's up, Hawaiian? What's up? All right, so let's put some plumber's tape on the threads here, and let's put our regulator on it quickly. You don't need a lot. Just get a very little. And you only really have to do this on your first setup because you're going to be leaving that part together. Okay, now here's a little trick that I think you're going to like. And this goes, I mean, if you're a plumber or mechanic, you should probably know it. All right, so these are your threads, okay? And you got to remember when you're tightening something, right? You're tightening clockwise, right? You're going this way, right? We're going this way, okay? So when we put our plumber's tape on, we want to make sure we wrap it this way, same way. So when we tighten, it fits in good, because if we put our plumber's tape on the reverse way and then we're screwing this on clockwise, if we put our plumber's tape on counterclockwise and we put this on clockwise, you know, the end could peel out, but it really doesn't make a difference, but it's best to put it on the same way. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's grab my plumber's tape, and I'm going to put it on.
That's interesting looking tape.
And I'm going to put it on clockwise. So I want to make sure it's like this, okay? This basically seals any air leaks that you have, okay? Or water leaks for plumbing people, right? Plumbers. So we're going to go this way.
What does it feel like?
It's very, very soft. I'll let you feel it later, okay? Okay, so you go clockwise like this. All right, it's on. And sometimes you're going to get it like that. You're like, oh, crap, right? So all I do is just push it, just go like this. Just get it out of the way, like that. Right? Now, I just twist this on clockwise, okay? Tighten it up. Just keep tightening it up. And I'm not going to tighten it. And the way I like to, I'm a righty. So I like to have my gauge kind of like this. All right, so on my inside. So when I'm testing it to check my air pressure, it's right here, not on this side. That's how I like to do it. Okay, so I go like that and I tighten it up, right? And when I'm checking it, I actually hold the gun like this, check the air pressure, and you can adjust it like this as well. Okay. Plus, when you're painting and you want to check your pressure really quickly, you just got to go boop. There it is. You know, psh, there it is, right there. Okay. So same thing. We got this tight. You're gonna want to make sure this is basically your air pressure regulator as well. At the bottom of all of your guns, you'll have this. Okay. Well, most guns. Not all guns will have it. Some will just be wide open. Okay, this one has it basically open or closed. All right, it regulates the air. SATA doesn't have it. You basically, because you have your digital gauge in here. All right, you're gonna want to do the same thing, same exact thing to this thread here, down here, to put your little adapter on it, your 1/4-inch adapter. All right, I don't have a loose one on me now. Shit, I'm gonna have to take this one apart. What do I do? I got to go get the wrench. Maya, can you entertain them? Let me get a wrench quick. Maya, entertain these people. Talk about Christmas.
Effie, I can talk about Christmas. My friend said if you're a very good girl, you can get presents early, and I already have 15 of them underneath. Besides, one is from my little sister Allie, and it is like this big, but it's very heavy. Besides, I saw my little stuffed animal turtle. I was making her some new clothes today, but I need to sew on some buttons, right? And it really does get cold. Yeah, I'm back in the house. Last time my dad made a little video.
Okay, I came prepared.
Okay.
I had a whole tray of them. I totally forgot. All right. So I got my coupling here. Sorry. Sorry.
Okay. What was I at? What I want for Christmas? I want a microscope so I could see my blood cells. And I was thinking for Hatchimals, but my dad said, why don't you wish it after Christmas? Because the price might get up to $200 to $50. So that's what I'm going to do. Besides, last time my dad made a video, my dad.
Okay, let me talk now. I see some questions. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, Maya. Give Maya a big round of applause. Thank you, Maya. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I saw a VIP member question quickly. Tony, the word came with 2 tips. There are 1.2, 1.4. Tips are not labeled. They are labeled if you look inside the tip. You open your cap up. You should see like a 1.2 on it right over here. Or a 1.4, whatever you ordered. All right, so double check that. If not, it should also be on the stem of your needle. This one doesn't have it. Sometimes it's a little ingrained here. It'll tell you what size the tip is. This one doesn't have it. But you should be able to tell also by just looking at it. You will see a difference. Especially, it might be a little harder between a 1.2 and 1.4, but if you had a 1.8 or something, you'd be able to see that a lot easier. All right, good job, Maya. Good job. All right, thank you, people. Thank you so much. Okay, so I got my little coupling here, 1/4-inch coupling. You're gonna want to do the same thing. Should I do it? Should I put some plumber's tape on it? I'll do it really quickly. I just don't want to take up too much time here. I know it's late for some of you people. You're just tuning in quickly. I just want to get this set up for you quickly. So, all right, so I'm doing it. All right, I got my plumber's tape on it. I got this on it. You're gonna want to make sure nice and tight. Okay? Make sure everything's nice and tight. Okay? Now here's how I like to set up the gun. Open this bottom wide open because you're going to be controlling your air pressure through here with this right here. Okay? Open, close, lock. Okay? This dial here, there's a diaphragm inside of this specific model where you open it and then you could go like this to let more airflow go through, close it up, less airflow, and lock it in place. All right? I just hope this one is a good one because I know I had an issue. I took one apart to show a VIP member something. Okay, excellent. So now what I'm going to do is so make sure your bottom is all the way open, okay? Your cutoff over here, make sure it's all the way open because you're going to be adjusting it here. Also, your fluid tip, back out, not all the way, but back out and then close Okay, pull the trigger here until it's all the way. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is all the way for me. Okay, back out all the way without it coming out. Then you want to pull your trigger, because I like to have full fluid flow when I paint cars. Full fluid flow. That's what you want to make sure. So what I do is make sure my needle tip is all the way out. Squeeze my trigger here, and then tighten it. Okay, and then it gets tight. And then if you want, you could turn it an eighth of an inch, just a very little. Okay. Okay, that's it. That's full fluid flow. Okay, and then this is our basic fan flow here, wider or narrow. And we do that, we adjust that once we put some material in here and shoot some material out. But that's the pretty much basic setup. The next setup is going to be your air. So let's go ahead and plug the air in really quickly. Okay. Whew, a lot of air. Okay. So, not right now, right? So, I got 85 pounds coming out of my compressor over there. It always has at least 85 pounds coming out of the regulator from the tank. All right, so I got, and on this over here, it shows about 75. So we lost about 10 pounds of pressure from this 25 feet of hose, 50 feet of hose that you see right here. Is it? Oh, this is a 50 footer, okay? So how you set this is you want to pull the trigger, and I'm going to shut off the air compressor now so it doesn't turn on, because we have more than enough air to do this test. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the air compressor so it doesn't turn on if we keep playing with this air here. 1 second. Yeah. I want to build a box around it to reduce noise. Okay. So if you guys are liking this, if you're just getting on, if you're liking this, hit the like button really quickly right now. I'd really appreciate it. And also, if you want, share it with friends and family. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We're going to start closing this off. Oh, God.
What?
Where is my other regulator?
What's wrong?
Yeah, this is the one that I took apart. It's missing a piece.
Missing a piece?
Yeah.
What piece?
No, it's missing a piece inside my regulator here. Hold on.
Maybe you put it.
No good. Hold on. I can't find my other regulator that I had. Did you see another one of these around mine?
Maybe it's in that big box.
I have this one here. We could use this one.
Good.
Stuff like this has to happen on video. That's what happens when you go live like this, right? And I couldn't find my original one, but I do have another one. No, it's not clean or anything. It's basically, it's brand new, but I had it apart because I had to show somebody something. Okay, so we have this one on here. Let me just put this on quick. Give me a second, guys. Maya, let's see if you could find the other one like this. Look around over there. Look on top of that toolbox over there. Please, thank you. Do you see anything like that?
Not really.
No?
Not even on the bottom.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. This is okay. Okay. See, the reason why I wanted to use the other one was because this one works fine. It was because the gauge was a lot bigger and clearer. If you can see the difference, where the hell is it? This one has the green bar on it. It looks really good. But this is a jacked up one. I had to take it apart and I lost a piece. but hopefully you can see this. So anyway, we still got 80 pounds. We still have 80 pounds of pressure coming from the line, as you can see. I hope you could see this. 80 pounds, okay? This is your adjustment here, okay? Just like this adjustment here, okay? You're gonna have to move this one. You gotta open it and then tighten or loosen, okay? Loosen, you get more air. Tighten, you basically get, okay? So if we pull the trigger, you're gonna see I'm down to like, it goes down to like 15 pounds. So what I wanna do is open it up. I wanna set it to roughly 26 pounds when spraying. If you see that. Okay, that's how you set up your spray gun. So now it shows 80 pounds, but when you spray, it comes down to 26, 27 pounds. Okay, perfect for base coat. So that's how you set it up. You set it up by adjusting your valve here, okay, while you're pulling the trigger. So look, I can cut it down more, right? I can open it up more. Too much, too much. You want to cut it down to 26, 27 PSI for base coat or single stage enamel, and you want to bring it up a little bit more for clear coat. I like to bring it up to about 29 to 30 PSI, all right, when spraying clear coat over here, okay? Sometimes when you get your spray gun, it's going to say set it to 10 pounds of pressure. And you're like, what the hell? What do you mean 10 pounds of pressure? Tony says set it to 27 to 29 PSI, right? Well, they're talking about, I don't know why they do this, but the manufacturers talk about something called cap pressure. And it's a totally different measurement. It's like, you know, standard American versus metric. Think about it that way. But they have a special way of testing it inside the cup. It's called cap pressure, okay? But when you're setting it this way, okay, it has to be around 27 to 29 PSI. 20, you know, it depends, because sometimes your mixture of paint's going to be a little thin, a little thick. So it goes from 26, 27, 28, 29 PSI in that area when you're painting. Again, I like to use 26, 27 for base coat, 28, 29 with clear coat. Okay, if you're doing single stage enamel and the paint is a little thicker, you may have to basically lower it down a little bit to get more paint on it, like thick, because you're spraying it thick, right? So basically, this is 30 pounds. Okay, and then you pull your trigger, and that's where your material comes out. So that's basically a quick setup on a spray gun, and then basically we would do our fluid, right? So I don't know if I should put some lacquer thinner in here quick and just kind of show you. I don't want to spray so much shit all over the place, but maybe we'll just do a little bit of lacquer thinner quickly.
What's lacquer thinner gonna do?
It just stinks a little bit.
Well, what is it gonna do?
It's not going to do anything. Hold on, guys. Maybe.
Yeah.
Just go in the office quick.
As you wish.
I'll be done in 2 minutes.
You wish.
Okay, so I'm going to lower the pressure down a little bit. All right, quickly. And I'm not wearing a mask because you guys need to hear me. So our top adjustment here is for our fan width. You can see that it's shut all the way. Look at our fluid flow. All right. I like to spray full width sometimes a little narrower, a very little, like full width, because on some of the spray guns, this looks like an 8 to 10 inch fan. With some of the spray guns, especially with the Warwick 980, you're gonna get a 12-inch fan, very wide. And I like to narrow it down maybe to 11 inches, you know, a little bit. So you got full, and then I just like to bring it down just a little bit, okay? So as you can see, that's basically how you set it up. So you got straight, and then you got wide. Okay, I like wide fans. I like wide fans when painting, so you got more coverage, okay? And obviously, when you make it narrow like this, it's good to do door jambs. You could do door jambs, fender wells, but what I would do is cut the pressure a little bit more when you do that. Something like that. Because it's going to come out, you're compressing the same amount of pressure into a narrower fan, so you're going to get more pressure coming out. So when you do that, cut it down a very, very little bit, so you don't just get a glob of paint on that area there, on the fender well, or wherever you're trying to get, hard to get places. So you can just go like this and get inside the fender well to get your coverage, right? So that's basically pretty much it. But overall painting, I like to use a full open fan. You guys liking this so far? Give me some feedback. Great. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, so give me some thumbs up if you guys are liking the show so far. I hope you learned a lot. That's pretty much the basics of setting up your spray gun. Pretty easy. All right. So here's a free auto body manual for you first timers, a DIY auto body manual. Check that out. You might like that. And we'll just open it up for Q&A for about 5 minutes, and I got to go. All right. So it's usually a half-hour show every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. So I'm going in the back in my office now. And we'll do some Q&A for about 5 to 7 minute Q&A. And Butch, thank you so much. Check out Tony's VIP series, a must-have for folks and great for experienced painters as well. The things he shows you is unbelievable. Thank you so much, Butch. I appreciate it.
Can we please have 64 thumbs up?
Okay, you got to tell him. You got to tell him. For all of you that didn't like us, click the thumbs up button now.
All the people that likes and does not like it, please hit the like button.
You could only hit it once, because if you hit it again, it just basically takes it off. All right, let's do quick Q&A for you guys. When you spray from the gun, do you spray thin or thick layers? I would say medium wet. Medium wet. It depends. Sometimes you're going to be spraying and you're going to see a little chemical reaction. Maybe, you know, you got a little oil on it from your hand somewhere and it's biting or separating, meaning, you know, your paint's going on, but it pulls away from parts of the panel, right? There's a way to fix that as you're painting. The way to fix that is to basically keep dusting it. All right, so you're going to spray. If you notice an issue, that's when you're going to want to spray very, very lightly, okay, to get rid of that issue that you're having. Okay, so you're just going to dust it, just keep your air on it, dust it, keep your air on it. And there's a way to do it, and I show you how to do that in the VIP course as well. And you'll be able to fix that area while you're painting, and then you start to give it heavy coats. All right, because there's a lot of issues sometimes that happen while you're in the painting process, and you're going to have to fix them as you go. All right, some people panic. I used to panic when I was, 16, 17 painting, and my dad, I used to be freaking out over like little things. And my dad was like, don't worry, chill out. Sometimes you'd have to basically wait for 20, 30 minutes, let your base coat dry, get some water sand, get some sandpaper, wet sand the area that's kind of blotchy or not correct, and redo it. right? Base it. Wait. Sometimes a 2-hour paint job will take 5-6 hours because of, things that happened that wasn't, that you couldn't have controlled. Again, prep is number one. If you prep your panels in your car and it's nice and clean, you got it going good, it reduces your chances of having any kind of issues in the spray booth or in your garage when you're painting. All right. Hope that helps. Can you clear coat over rattle can enamel? No, you're going to get a chemical reaction. I would not do it. You basically have to lacquer thinner it and wash that enamel off, or sand it and put a 2K primer sealer on top of it. But when you do that, you're going to have to make sure to go over light coats because you can get a chemical reaction, because that stuff is just nasty. That rattle can enamels and clear coats is just bad stuff, cheap bad stuff that'll give you chemical reactions. How do you paint in 50-degree weather or lower? I don't paint. You could heat up your garage, but I don't do jobs for customers. I do custom jobs of my own, and I do stuff to teach you guys. So when it gets cold, I just don't do it. I don't do body work, right? Because I have other things to do as well. So I would wait till it gets warmer, 55, 65 degrees, 70 degrees is like the ideal temperature. 70, 75, 80, 85, that's a good temperature to paint in. But if you want to heat up your garage, you're more than free to heat up your garage and do that. I'm going to do flak. When you spray from the gun, do you spray? All right, did that. How long have I been doing auto body? I've been doing auto body since I was 13 years old. I'm 34 now. So very, very long time. At one point, I had my own body shop. I painted my first car when I was 15. Painted my first motorcycle when I was 13. I have the picture up on the wall over there. So I've been doing auto body for a long, long time. Long time. Painted hundreds of cars. Base is good, but clear is bad. I don't understand what you're trying to say there. Do you use the same gun for epoxy primers, base coat, clear coat? You can, David. You can use the same gun. You just have to make sure you clean it very, very well. All right. So if you're doing your 2K primer, right, and you're done, clean it very well, because you can't. It's not that you're going to have a reaction between your paint and your primer being in the same gun. No, that's not the issue. The issue is primers, especially 2K primers or filler primers that you're using, sealer primers, the catalyst in there is so strong. If you don't clean your gun, it starts to cake up inside of your gun. All right, it's actually a stronger catalyst than your clear coat. Okay, especially when you're doing like the Evercoat filler and all that stuff. All right, but the thing is you're gonna have to use a bigger tip size when you're spraying. So I suggest, if you're buying a spray gun, and you could go here and pick up a brand new spray gun. We have the best prices right now for all the Warwick Warwick lines right now. And if you want, you could go ahead and pick up a gun. So if you're going to use the same gun for primers and paint, right, what you want to do is get at least a 2.0 to a 2.2 tip for thick primers, and then your 1.4 tip for basic base coat, clear coat, or single stage paints. Then you're all around, you're good, and just keep your guns clean. That's how I roll. Most of my career, I used one gun for everything. Okay. And then later on, I started getting more guns and more guns and more guns and more guns. And then, now I have primer guns, and now I have base coat, clear coat guns. Yeah, you could find a heated booth to rent as well. Hank said find a heated booth to rent. For all you guys out there, I totally slipped my mind there. You could rent the spray booth if you want to. Go check out your auto body area in town. Go down there. What's up, Mike Morales, VIP member from Arizona? You could rent the spray booth for maybe $100 nowadays. $100, $150. It depends on the people. Got the small Warwick gun, love it, but made it better by finding an 8-ounce cup. Yes, absolutely. A bigger cup always helps. Yes, catalyst is the hardener. Activator is hardener. What's good? What's a good gun that lays primer, base, and clear that's not expensive? I want to paint my engine bay. check out the store right over here. These are the same guns that I use for all of my projects. The 980 HE spray gun there, I use 980 HE. I sprayed Mercedes. Even with the 904, I sprayed Mercedes. I spray everything with these guns at the shop there. Check it out. We have the best prices on the internet. I just ordered an inflatable paint booth. Awesome. How much did you pay for that? Your 904 HE came with a 1.4. Yeah, so 1.4 tip is what you want to use for all of your painting. What's a good gun that lays primer? I said that. All right, so is that it as far as questions, Q&A? I'll take one more question. One more question. You ever sprayed cabinets? I've sprayed a refrigerator once. I've sprayed an Xbox once. I've sprayed a laptop computer once. You could paint anything with car paint. So, and you can use the same spray guns that you spray cars with to do woodwork and cabinets and all of that. So yeah, you could do that. Have you ever used any waterborne clear? No, not yet. I'm not really into waterborne clear coats. Are there advantages and disadvantages painting a certain part of a vehicle versus a whole car? It all depends on what you want to do. If you want to paint the whole car and that's what you want to do, then paint the whole car. If you're going to be doing a touch-up job, then do a touch-up job. If you are trying to paint a whole car in pieces because you don't have the space, yeah, you could do that, but I don't recommend you do that if you're doing custom colors with heavy metallics, because you may see the difference in color while you're spraying it, because you're going to be mixing it at different times, and especially if you're doing candy paint jobs or custom pearl paint jobs where you're putting in pearls in your clear coats or your mid coats or whatever you're doing, or flakes. You want to make sure if you're doing custom jobs like that, you want to make sure you got everything basically laid out in front of you, and then you do your custom paint job so it's all there. All right. So awesome guys. I want to say thank you all for getting on. Yes, Dawn Stewart, the baby is okay. I think she's still sleeping right now. I'm about to go check her out.
Can I say something?
No problem, guys. Thank you so much. Any videos on painting alloy wheels? Well, I don't have any on painting alloy wheels, but it's basically the same process. You sand it down 400 grit, prime it, sand it again, and paint it. Okay, so David says, one quick question on bare metal. Do you epoxy first and Bondo, or the opposite? I've heard of people doing it both ways. I've done it both ways. But I like to Bondo on top of the metal. So make sure you got a good scratch, Bondo on top of the metal, and then you could lay your primer on top of it. Sometimes you're going to have some imperfection. So you could basically 80 grit it and then lay skins of Bondo on that as well. All right, so mixing the Bondo and the primer is not going to hurt. So it's really how you want to do it. I know some people where they prime the whole thing and then they block it. They'll see some imperfections. They'll 80 grit the low spots and then put a skin of Bondo on top of it and cut it down flat. All right? So, yes, thank you, everybody.
Wait, can I say something? Oh, look, 0 people said it's bad.
Thank you so much. Butch, thank you so much. Mohammed, Anthony, Butch again, thank you so much. David, Portugal, all you guys, thank you. Have a great night. Maya wants to say goodnight. And Merry Christmas to you and to your family, all of you. I hope you guys have a very, very Merry Christmas and a New Year, because the next time I see you, it's going to be past Christmas, and it's going to be, what day is it going to be? It's going to be the 29th. It's almost going to be New Year's. So I will see you on the 29th next week.
Last time my dad went on the YouTube live, my dad said that some people said, where am I? So I'm like, oh, I'm the star now.
Oh, God.
Besides, I drew this while you guys were talking. Dad's computer.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's me on the computer doing the YouTube live right now. That's what it looks like. Pretty cool. All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Merry Christmas. For all of you newbies, you could go here right now to get a free 85-page auto body and paint manual. And if you're interested in learning more step-by-step auto body to take your skills to the next level from a 20-year veteran like myself, then check out the VIP course. You're going to gain so much knowledge, so much skills. You'll be able to fast track your success because you're going to know what to do and what to avoid by learning from other people's experience. And the cool thing about VIP is I still make mistakes once in a while. And I don't cut out the mistakes. I show you the mistakes that I make, and I also show you how I fix them, because I think a professional is not somebody who doesn't make mistakes. A professional is somebody who makes mistakes and who knows how to fix the mistakes that they've made. All right? Merry Christmas, guys. Check out the VIP. Get your free auto body manual, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you, Hank.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Cheers. Good night. Peace out.